So the purpose of my YouTube channel is for documentation purposes, right? I'm not posting, at least not now, for entertainment. I'm just trying to document as much growth as possible for the next year. And I talked about a little bit in my last video exactly where I'm trying to grow and what the pillars that I'm pursuing. And one of those is content creation. If you ever created a video, then you understand that it's not the easiest thing to do, right? Unless you have practice in it, talking to the camera is hard, planning out what kind of content you're gonna create, scripting, all that is difficult. And if you're anything like me, then you can spend a lot of time during the day, a lot of time and energy towards a video, edit it, post it, and it feels like it flops when it gets no views. So I wanted to, again, reiterate that the purpose of this channel is for documentation, and that includes the beginning phases, right? What it's like to barely start posting content, the feelings that come with that, and what I'm mentally telling myself to allow myself to keep going. So I journal typically every day, and last night I was journaling after posting one of my first videos that I put a lot of effort into in a while. So I posted a video last night, and it felt like, again, it flopped, didn't really get that many views, and I put a decent amount of effort in it all day, recording throughout the day and then editing it and stuff, trying to focus on hooks and whatnot. And I wanted to go ahead and share what I wrote from my journal entry because I feel like it does provide value both to myself in the future and to someone that might be in a similar situation where they're just starting off with content creation. So the way I journaled this was from two perspectives, right? Just to recap, what I mean perspectives is I believe that I have two voices in my head, and there's two voices, the realistic voice and the ambitious voice. The ambitious voice is where I feel like I get all my goals and aspirations from, right? These goals are like, I want to build a multi-million-dollar brand. I want to run this fast of a marathon. I want to grow on social media. Like these seemingly ambitious goals, that's where it comes from. And then there's the realistic voice, which might need to be renamed to like a doubtful voice, a self-doubt voice. That's where it kind of like brings me back down to earth, where I start telling myself like, maybe you don't have what it takes, or certain person got there because of luck or different circumstances that don't meet you, or things like you were never that great of a runner before in high school. What makes you think that you can compete at this level all these years later? And so again, I want to share what I wrote yesterday because I had these feelings of self-doubt after posting this video, and I just, no way intentional, was trying to write things from two different perspectives, but I wrote this from what I believe was a realistic perspective, and then later on it switched as I wrote my thoughts out into the ambitious voice. So what I'm about to read to you is from the realistic perspective. Today was a good day, as all days are. I posted a single video, but felt like it turned out okay. Other than that, not much else was done. The realistic voice is starting to get louder with self-doubt. Just spending time on social media, seeing all these people trying to make it just like I am, it triggers the self-doubt. I'm just like them, making videos that get pushed out to no one. It's hard not to notice that all the successful ones are generally good-looking people, and not sure if I'll ever get over the insecurity. I'm just a normal guy, I'm exceptional at nothing and average at everything. I don't have a crazy physique, I can't run all that fast. I don't have extensive knowledge about a certain topic or a cool skill. I can't speak like Faizan, I'm just average. Part of me wants to say, that's your angle. You're average now, but you're working on getting better and documenting that. Sure, but will anyone actually care until then? How long is that going to take? So that's what I wrote, trying to get my thoughts, my feelings out. And again, not intentionally, but the next thoughts that came into my head felt like they were coming from that ambitious voice. And so I wrote, who cares how long it's going to take? If it's something you want, you'll work for it regardless of the time needed. You're thinking too small scale and too soon. You're thinking in weeks and not years. What happens when you document the next year of your life? You diet for the next year, you train for the next year. What you need to understand is that when it comes to things like diet and training, as long as you don't deviate from the plan and you show up every single day, it's literally impossible not to get the results. There's no uncertainty about that. If you stay committed and you remember for the remainder of the year, you will have a better physique and you will be much faster. That is what people care about. Of course, no one gives a shit now. You haven't done it. You have no proof. Would you believe someone else without the proof and without the evidence? No, you would not. You're posting into the void now, but those posts will become your proof, your documentation that you started from the bottom. That is where you build authenticity and authority from. Put in the fucking work now. Sorry, don't mean to curse so much, but that's how I felt. Put in the work now, Chris, give it 30 days. Kill the doubt or kill the dream. And so that's what I wrote to myself from the ambitious voice, and I definitely felt a lot better after writing that. And that is the reason why I wanted to share that, because again, the purpose of this account is to document everything, and that includes the feelings of what it feels like to start posting content. And so if I got value from that, I feel like other people can get value from that. And I just wanted to share, maybe that can either inspire someone or put that into perspective. But essentially, I'm treating content creation the way I treat training and dieting. Is you're not going to immediately see results, regardless of how much you want it or how much effort you put into it, unless you get really lucky or you have experience in content creation. And if that's the case, then you really aren't new to content creation. But if you truly are new to content creation, then you're not going to get results right away. All right, just like if you started dieting, you're not going to see fat loss in a week. If you started lifting, you're not going to see significant muscle gain in a week, not even month, right? But just like anything, you got to be consistent with it without the results. That's just a thought I wanted to share. I will eventually get better at content creation, especially these YouTube videos, but for now, I just wanted to be authentic and just raw with what I'm feeling. And yeah, like, I mean, it's easy to watch people who've already done it, who've already established. Like, one of my favorite content creators is Marcus Milioni and the Minter New York brand, right? Although Minter New York isn't this huge brand, they're already relatively established. Like, they've already made it. They have a good social media presence. They sell out on their drops. So yeah, it's very entertaining to see Marcus continue to build that brand, but it wouldn't have been as entertaining if he had just started, right? Like, I can go back and watch his old YouTube videos, and obviously I never watched them when they first came out because they never got pushed to me. But I imagine that if I did, I might not have been as interested in them as I am now. So just to put it into perspective, no one really cares about you now or your content now. It's not that it's not good, and probably isn't good either way, but it's not that it's not good. It's just you haven't built enough proof or evidence, enough reason for someone to care. So as long as you keep going, as you stick to the plan, you'll eventually get to where you need to be.